Welcome back to the Coffee Hour. I'm Andy Bates.
I'm Sarah Gulseth.
You're like beaming with
I
joy
know.
because
We get to talk about music.
Music, and particularly Christmas music.
Yes.
Live Christmas music events coming up here in St. Louis.
Very excited.
Just glowing with joy. Our guest today, Kevin McBeth. He's director of the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra In Unison Chorus. He's also director of music at Manchester United Methodist Church here in Manchester, Missouri. I drive by all the time.
Right.
Big church. And so I am just so delighted to have you as our guest today. Kevin, thanks so much for being our guest on the Coffee Hour today.
Thank you. I'm happy to be here and always looking forward to talking about music, so especially Christmas music.
Tell us about the In Unison Chorus at the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra.
The In Unison Chorus is one of two choruses under the St. Louis Symphony umbrella, and this group is primarily African-American, an outreach of our community partnerships area of the symphony, and a group of very talented, very dedicated singers, and so excited to be back singing again this year. Christmas was interrupted last year, and so I think that the energy is even stronger this year to make sure that everybody has a wonderful time at these concerts, because we didn't get that opportunity last year.
Mm-hmm. What types of concerts does the In Unison Chorus typically perform?
Typically, normally a 3-concert season is kind of the norm for us, although it continues to change as we change the profile and as the symphony looks at some brand new ways to do things. But Gospel Christmas typically starts our season with rehearsals in September and then leading up to December for Gospel Christmas. And then shortly after the first of the year, our Black History concert in February, Lift Every Voice. And then usually a spring concert with a guest composer, conductor that's a part of that event, and then some other things scattered along as a part of that.
Very good. So the Gospel Christmas you mentioned, that's coming up on December 9th. Very exciting, featuring the In Unison Chorus and guest Oleta Adams. Tell us about this upcoming concert.
We are really excited about this, and for a lot of reasons, mainly because of the fact that we get a chance to sing Christmas music again, and the chorus is back together after a year and a half of pause, and so all of those things naturally are a great reason. But we just really want to help people celebrate Christmas again, and so I've joked and said that we really want to put the Christmas in Gospel Christmas this year. So a lot of wonderful Christmas arrangements of familiar tunes that people will know and love, and it couldn't have happened with a better person than Oleta Adams. She's a dear friend now of the chorus and the orchestra. She's right over in Missouri, over in Kansas City. So she's a neighbor of ours, and this will be the third time that the chorus and orchestra has had a chance to work with her, and all of the experiences have been outstanding. She's just a dream to work with. She's very accommodating, and besides the fact that she's an amazing performer, just really a wonderful spirit that she brings to what she does and her performances, and she just inspires everybody to be better. So it's going to be a great experience.
Describe for us the atmosphere at a Gospel Christmas.
That's a good question. In fact, I was just talking to a dear friend of mine who just purchased his ticket. He wanted to make sure that he was there. But he said that one of the last ones he attended, he was surprised to see how many people were decked out for the season. But it has become kind of the event for Christmas there. And so people are decked out in their Christmas best, and of course the hall is amazing. It's beautiful at Christmas time. The tree always looks bigger than life, and just being in the grand foyer, it's a photo op. I think most people arrive early just to get their group together so they can take a picture on that staircase and with all the decorations. But it's just it's a wonderful atmosphere. People are ready for some great music and enthused and really decked out. It used to be that we would kind of joke at how many sequined outfits you can see from the stage, because I mean people are in their finest, ready to celebrate Christmas. So it is an event. It's besides the music, it's the whole atmosphere is just an event.
I love sequins.
Another Christmas event coming up, Mercy Holiday Celebration, December 15th through the 19th. This is both at Lindenwood University and at Powell Hall. Tell us about this.
Doing something a little new this year with kind of expanding that footprint. So excited to be, first of all, excited to be at the Scheidegger Center of the Arts on campus at Lindenwood. I was just there this last week for a dress rehearsal of their choirs and small groups there. It's a beautiful space. It's going to be a wonderful, wonderful spot for our orchestra and a chance for the orchestra to have a presence in St. Charles and those people on the west side of the city to be able to come and come to a spot that's convenient for them. So this wonderful program, again, of all sorts of wide variety of Christmas music, a great soloist with us again, and so it's just going to be another opportunity to continue to celebrate the season. And for those people, these concerts have become tradition as well. And so lots of people who come year after year, they look forward to those Christmases and seeing Santa and seeing the hall decorated, when we're back at Powell, and all of those things that make this a special event as well. So those will be wonderful concerts.
Can you give us a sneak peek of some of the music that we'll be able to hear at this concert?
Well, I don't know that I can give you a sneak peek. I actually haven't seen the set list yet either, so I'm not directly involved in those concerts this time. But as I said, there's always a visit from Santa. I probably don't want to jinx things too much, but you can imagine that sleigh ride will be a part of the concert as well. And so just some great things to help us celebrate the holiday.
And this one is family friendly. Is that correct?
Absolutely. It's one of those times that we especially love seeing children in the hall. In the ones that I've attended, kind of as a spy, I get a chance to just sit in the hall and really much of what I do is just kind of observe the crowd and how they're experiencing the concert. And one of the last several years, I've had a chance to sit next to families with small children and just to watch them captivated. I mean, by everything that's going on. Watching all of the musicians and recognizing the music and recognizing some of the tunes and of course then when Santa makes his appearance, the hall goes crazy and it's as though they haven't seen him just in the foyer right before the concert. He's returned again. So it's a great time for families to bring children and for them to just enjoy the magic of Christmas, as we say.
Mm-hmm.
One more event. I know there are always wonderful events happening, but I think Sarah's going to this one.
I am going to this one. I'm very excited.
I'm very envious. One of the fun things that the symphony does is the joining together film and the live music of the Symphony Orchestra. Tell us about Muppet Christmas Carol in concert.
Well, for anybody who's not experienced this before, I love talking to people who get there for the first time and are just really kind of overwhelmed by everything because, of course, you're watching the film on this huge screen that hangs above the orchestra, and then, of course, right there on stage, you're hearing this music live, and nearly to a person, people will say, I just forget that the orchestra's live there. It's such a part of what's going on in the film. I love this movie. I haven't seen it nearly enough, so I'm hoping to get there as well. And it's going to, again, one of those family-friendly events that kids of all ages, as we like to say, will enjoy. But just hearing the score as it's brilliantly played by the orchestra on stage, and then getting a chance to watch the film, and of course the subtitles are there, so you really don't miss anything of that. And in fact, I've watched a lot of films in Powell Hall, and I keep saying it's the only way I want to see movies now. I really love being in that space and sort of being reminded that, oh yeah, this music is going on right here in front of us, because it's so incredibly timed with the film. But actually we have two films happening in the month of December, besides the Muppet Christmas Carol, is also Up, the Disney Pixar film, and so both of those. Up, actually, I think I'm maybe the only human who hasn't seen this movie yet, but I know of the movie and of course know of the premise and everything, so I have to get there to see that one. But again, another great film and a great score as a part of that, and all of this being led by Stephanie Childress, who is our new assistant conductor with the symphony. And she's a delightful person and just a great spirit of a person to be able to lead everybody through these films. So it's going to be another wonderful time.
I am one of those people that has not actually seen a movie at Powell Hall with the St. Louis Symphony.
Good.
So,
well, yes, I'll be listening after it's all over. So maybe sometime on the air you can give everybody your review of what you thought. But it's just a tremendous experience, and it involves so much of the sensory that you don't even realize, what the impact is going to be when you're there until you're there. And but like I said, I've seen many films there, and I try to get to all of them if I can.
Yeah, I know some of my friends have, and they have given me rave reviews.
Right.
So this is going to be a highlight of our Christmas season of activities.
And of course, as we were talking before we started, the orchestra will be joined by members of the Symphony Chorus for Muppet Christmas Carol. So adding vocal music as a part of that, it's going to be a great time.
You're going to have to go now, Andy.
I don't know how we can fit it in, but that was the challenge.
There's too many
December.
Things. Too many great things happening.
Oh, now I'm really jealous.
And if you plan it right, the thing that I've heard from some people is if you plan it right, you can get those tickets as a Christmas gift. So buy those tickets for somebody and gift them for Christmas. That's the one of the best gifts you could possibly give. So.
To myself.
Yes, right.
Counts.
Exactly.
Yes. Totally fine.
Or if anyone's listening and
someone wants to send Andy some tickets.
There you go.
That's
it. That's it. I tried to put that suggestion out.
That was very subtle. Thanks, Kevin.
I love it.
How can we learn more about the events happening at Powell Hall and with the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra and the choruses as well?
Glad you've asked. Of course, with all of these concerts, you can find out more about the concerts and also get your tickets right online. So, of course, slso.org is the website there, and you can do that. One of the things that I love doing, and this is a shameless plug, but I have the Symphony app on my phone, which actually makes life really easy. You can do all of the purchasing through that, and in this time of COVID right now, the cool thing about the app on your phone is that then your tickets can come to you digitally there, so you don't have to worry about paper tickets and exchanging all of that. And so, but slso.org or the phone number 314-534-1700 is the box office there, and so you can find out about all of our concerts and ask all the questions. People in the box office are ready to take care of you when you call. So,
very good. It's going to be a fun season.
I can't wait.
Oh, thanks so much, Kevin, for joining us today. It was just a delight to hear about you, and I really love your voice. You should come back more often.
I will come back whenever I'm invited, and I love talking about this orchestra and love talking about the music that we make together. And thank you both for having us here.
Kevin McBeth, director of the St. Louis Symphony Orchestra in Unison Chorus, and just a wonderful holiday season before us.
Yes.
You've been listening to The Coffee Hour. I'm Andy Bates.
I'm Sarah Gulseth.
The Coffee Hour with Andy and Sarah is a production of KFUO. To support the Coffee Hour and KFUO Radio, visit KFUO.org. You can also text KFUO to 41444 or send an email to gifts@KFUO.org. And you can call us at 800-844-0524. KFUO. Christ for you, anytime, anywhere.